And we're back. It's another year, another retro video, and another retro MTB Show and Shine. So South Australia is probably got one of the most pumping scenes for retro mountain bikes, and every year we have our annual Show and Shine. Huge event, could be anywhere between 70 and 90 bikes, I'm not too sure. Some of the best, cleanest builds you will ever see, from original to complete restos. It's going to be awesome. I'll stop yapping and let's get into the action. Yeah, I don't know either.
Rex in his natural environment, manipulating some sausage.
I'm not too sure how many bikes actually came out this year, but it seems like as many as last year, maybe a few more, possibly around the 70 or 80 mark. But there was a lot of the same bikes that had come out, but a lot of them had different changes to what they were the year before. But then there was also a whole handful of new bikes that had come out this year that we hadn't seen at the last one. And the level of the bikes that are coming out just seems to get better and better every year. For this year in the Resto-mod category, there were a lot of different bikes, and there was a really good variety of quality builds. A lot of loud colours that popped, a lot of custom work like a Vortex that had welded on custom disc brakes, like this Karakoram as well. Also a Proflex that looked $1 million. So yeah, I reckon that there's a lot better quality in the Resto-mod category than there was last year, which was really encouraging to see. Also in the downhill category, I had a lot of killer examples of downhill bikes like that giant ATX DH1, also a Schwinn Straight 6, and this Santa Cruz Super 8. Now usually at the Show and Shine we see a couple of Santa Cruzes too, normally V10s, but this year this was the only Santa Cruz, and what a fine example. I reckon we should wheel this out and take a closer look at it. Now, Will Freeland's picked this bike up off the Grandmaster from last year, Jason. The bike was originally in the blue Santa Cruz colour that it comes in, but now he's resprayed it to his taste in the original Santa Cruz yellow. And yeah, the Super 8 is a iconic huck machine. So he's put monsters on it, as you can see, had it resprayed, re-decaled, and put his own touch with extremely bomb-proof components on it, making this one heck of a beast of a bike. This Nikolai hardtail is also owned by Will, which he's had completely resprayed, and this is actually classified as a downhill bike, and I don't think I've ever seen one of these in the flesh before. I'm not too sure if there's even another one getting around, so what an absolute beast of a bike. I really do like Will's taste in bikes. They're definitely different to the usual catalogue spec bikes that you see at the show, and yeah, pretty impressive build for sure. This giant ATX 990 also belongs to Cam. It's not the first Show and Shine that's been out too, and it has every single part on this bike is new old stock, including the frame. So this bike hasn't even seen dirt. Pretty incredible, really, to think that this still exists. And this fine example of a GT Team RTS has been lovingly restored with full XTR M900, and it's a pretty fine example of what a bike should look like. It's just a shame that this thing hasn't made a podium yet, but maybe one day.
So that's all.
That's never swung a Euro. Original colour? It is one of the original colours, yeah. I need to get decals for it. I'd love to have the decals, but I'd have to get them reproduced. No one, obviously, the company doesn't exist. So,
Yeah.
Is this a hardtail winner? That's what And no, you're not seeing things. That is a Kirk Revolution, full magnesium frame, and yeah, a very rare bike and very well presented as well. Okay, so I also feel like the rigid category is another category that had all primo example of bikes this time. And if you're a GT fan, there was one bike in particular that really stood out. Okay, so if you're a Zascar fan, being a GT fan as well, it'd almost be hard to disagree that the 91-92 Ball Burnish Zascars were probably one of the best looking Zascar model that ever came out. The graphics, I like the way it has Zascar on the down tube. I think that's probably why when they did the anniversary model they copied the same graphics. And this particular example right here is immaculate. I mean, from the grips to the drivetrain to the finish to the saddle, even has the catalog spec tires on the rims. I mean, there's not one screw or bolt that is out of place on this bike. Even the brake cables are the heavier gauge brake cable that were stock back in the early 1992s, and I didn't know how Jason was going to beat the Zascar, the 96 Zascar that won the year before, but somehow he's pulled the rabbit out and done it. And no, you're not seeing things. That is a 24-inch wheeled Muddy Fox. Okay, so Pav, the owner of this blue Proflex, I think it's the first show and shine that he's actually entered. And this Proflex was, believe it or not, in the Resto-mod category, but it's such a weapon of a cross-country bike. But the condition of this bike is next level, like a really impressive build. Well done, Pav. It looks absolutely amazing. Okay, so this Foes Weasel belongs to Adelaide downhill legend Ben Anderson, and this particular bike is in original condition. So this bike has not been restored. Every part on this bike is OG spec original, and the Foes Weasel itself is an absolute icon of a bike, but the build spec on this bike is amazing. Chris King rear hub, Hannah Brink front hub, Hannah Brink forks, AC seat post, AC polished cranks, AC chain guide, Hope brakes. The Mammoth rims are in mint condition, and it's got IRC missiles, not Cujo's. Absolutely killer build, Benny. And this STS absolutely stole the show. This was voted #1 People's Choice, and it's not hard to see why. And you don't often see the Spinergy, let alone on a thermoplastic. And yeah, this bike was so light. The owner had a hard time keeping it standing up straight in the strong winds that we had for the day. Absolute killer build though, Jace. And now it's time for the pointy end, the presentations.
We know that, but what about bikes? In a roundabout way.
There you go.
Come on, do me a favour.
Make it look more valid.
Where's my trophy?
Oh,
The trophy's up. Bring the trophy.
wait, who won it? Who won the hardtail?
Rex.
Rex won the hardtail.
Yeah.
Be happy. Oh, that's why it's in the middle. Yeah, got you. Winners are grinners.
Cheers, Nige. Well done, mate. Sexy Rexy. Nige winning the bikes he doesn't own.
I'll always look at that photo and go,
Good job, guys.
Good job, thank you. How's this mum judged if they've judged it and awarded an award?
Yeah, but it doesn't go towards Grandmaster.
Rex protested.
Number 4.
Benny just showing up and winning shit.
I think he's numbered.
Yeah, boys.
Well,
How does it work?
first of all, thanks to everyone for bringing the bikes out. Really, really high level bikes this year. Well done. Let's just give everyone a nice pat on the shoulder. Yeah, really good bikes. Really impressed. So Grant and myself, we were asked to pick our 3 favourite bikes, and what came out on the top, we couldn't pick 3, but the 5 that were at the top were the Weasel, the S8, the Schwinn, the Taser, and which one am I missing? And the STS. So that was 5 bikes. We couldn't narrow it down to 3. So we thought, okay, what about the 3 top bikes if no 3 are in the same category? And instantly we had 3 top bikes. And so that was the Weasel, that's number 1. And the Taser as number 2 in hardtail, and the Saskar in the rigid. Yeah, so Jason. Yeah, so well done to those 3. Best bike of the day.
Good job.
Yeah, Benny. Retro of the year. That's pretty much bragging rights. You've got the best retro bike in Australia, if not the world.
Now this is where it gets really close. Cam, 272.
Thank you.
275 goes to Nigel.
Hey.
Rexy, 286.5. Whoa. And Grandmaster for 3rd year in a row, 289.5 is Jason.
Yay.
Go get it, don't get your prize.
Go on. It's the one you've been waiting for. That's a pretty expensive trophy, that one.
No.
3rd year in a row, well done, mate.
Huge congratulations to Jason. Well done, mate. That's 3 in a row. And also congratulations to Rex on your bridesmaid. A huge shout out to all the sponsors. Without you guys, this event probably couldn't happen. And a massive shout out goes to Brad Harrison for all the sleepless nights and hard work he's put in to make this event what it is. Thanks to Krishan from the museum, and also for Grant Allen for coming out and being the esteemed judges on the day. And a huge shout out to all the volunteers, and also jump on the Retro MTB SA Facebook page to check out the goings on for next year. Can't wait. Thanks for watching, guys. Please give a like and subscribe, and see you on the next one.